Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed here, and we've returned back to our Let's Play of Steins Gate. Now, on Amazon, I've just realised that there is actually a sequel game to the original anime game, or game in general, which is called Steins Gate Zero, which you can pre-order on the PS4 and I think the PS Vita as well. I'm not quite too sure on that, but I've definitely getting it for the PS4, and it's going to be fabulous because there's going to be a scenery on the PS4 which we have not yet experienced, unless of course you're in Japan when you've already got it. So anyways, hey you, can you see us? Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of the monitor. That's literally a 4-4 breakage right there. Thank you very much, Hōōin Kyōma. So we have our two characters here. The character on the right, which we have not even acquainted with yet throughout this game, but I already know who he is, which actually I've forgotten his name actually. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. And then again, who is to say that this world of ours couldn't be inside of a person's monitor in itself? That'd be a pretty scary thought, would it not? For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you too. Thank you. I don't really need to know that, but thank you anyways. True reality is on this side of the screen. Oh, thank you very much. You mean this side? You mean my side? Thank you very much. Don't believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for you to understand. I know what you're trying to say, Rintarō. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it simply the lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Okabe. Quiet. I am a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down Chudori until you reach Shinkarochiyo Station. I don't know how to pronounce that. Then take the left onto Kanamaribachi's Dori. In the alley before the traffic light, you'll find the run-down Okayama building. The lab is on the second floor. On the first floor is a store of ill repute called the Baron Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors of all things. Can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. But the proprietor of the Baron Tube Workshop, Turunji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop even as the land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for the next to nothing. Definitely sounds like a mad scientist when he laughs evilly like that. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are... Okabe. You've got to say lab mems, not researchers. Our laboratory members are 3. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab. Lab Mem number 1. The insane mad scientist Ōōin Kyōma. Why does that make me feel so happy whenever I see Hōōin Kyōma? Oh, Colleen is cuter though. Next, we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 2, Shiina Mayuri. Da-da-da, call me Mayuri. I like making costumes more than wearing them. Super hacker. Super hacker. At last we have our resident super hacker, lab member number 3, Hashita Ataru. Stop calling me that. It's super hacker. Duh. Here at the Future Gadget Lab, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. For details, see our lab's homepage. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with the Dark Domain. But that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it spawned. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in that tennis manga. Oh, okay. Like in that tennis manga, right? I get it. No, I did not, sorry. Unless you're thinking about 108 holes in a tennis racket. I don't know. No, it's the number of earthly desires in mortals. You at channel junkie. Are you expecting people to play this game and record it, Mr. Hōōin Kyōma? Did developers think that people will do this sort of thing? Certainly a fourth wall breakage. I don't know. I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you talking to yourself. I'm not talking to myself, can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor. He just grinned. How do you know, Mayuri? You creep me out. What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Just say don't look at me. Okay, I just said it then. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, I can just look at my other monitor then. I've got 2 of them after all, but the only thing I'm gonna look at is controls for this game. No, it's not going to work. It appears our attempts to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Maybe I think we're in the game. What is this? Oh my god. I doubt it's even occurred to them. But aren't your 2DGFs the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Nobody cares about your harem. But Mayushi touched him in a very interesting theme, you know. What if we actually just cancel the game? Anyway, we can know for sure. No. Come on. Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. Nice Chinubo, bro. I step back from the monitor. Hi. Displayed on the screen is the ugly, cute character Apachama. This is a game called Apachaman 2, where you speak to Apachaman via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I find only the ugly part of ugly cute to be true. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. Hi there. I turned to Daryl with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haku. I'm no Chunobi patient. I'll sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin. I am Hōōin Kyōma. That's your character name, right? Oh, Daru, your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know, I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of a party. Oh, this fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashidi Ataru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of a computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's mode. He's a reliable and skilled partner who brings... Turn the sound down a bit there. Who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude in hardware as well. With hardware. Aww, the needle bit my finger. Aww. Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shiina Mayuri, a 70-year-old high school student. If you can believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku. Nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is Mayuri is complete. Aw, don't say that, poor Mayu. Still, there's no way I'd ever kick her out. Please don't. I'll be ever so sad. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring, she said to me. Miyushi is Okarin's hostage. I belong here. Okay. Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me of my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. Did Appa-chan say anything? Nope, nothing. The human-faced Apache inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial Apache. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do... The TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. I change a channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn it! This crummy TV is on the leads from the Brony Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Apache angry. Damn, I have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. Fanning, okay. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind that is impossible that is the impossible scene I saw an hour ago. Aha, that scene. They're gone. As the life ready can, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the streets. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished. Drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the aspect in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until... Mayuri's there! What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Oh yeah, it's that, isn't it? Yep. Everyone disappeared just now, right? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from her shaking. I didn't see anything. You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all. There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know, you're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat too. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain isn't. Aww. I realised that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Okabe's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Ratican building, where I'd been there just a moment ago. And that satellite. There it is. An enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of a building where, not 5 minutes ago, I had found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront was on my mind was, what the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb as it exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I was seeing now. The satellite penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference has been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri. About that satellite. Yep. What a surprise, huh? What do you mean? What was a surprise? It made a huge it made a huge kaploo sound. A huge kaploo? It certainly did make a sound. But I didn't think it was a kaploo. I'd say it was more like zzz. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? Had I lost my mind? What I had seen didn't match at all what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two. Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing there? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makise Kyushu and get him to call an ambulance before I could. Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper hand and said, no one got stabbed at Rakikan. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcibly led us away. We were escorted up to Upaks and released. There were people at Upaks like usual. Actually, there was far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A has said, Chudori has been blockaded by police so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did that whole hour seem the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I checked online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radican. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even 2TV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chudori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody had mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akihabara's streets, nor about Kurisu's murder. That's because in this timeline, nobody was. It's all a mystery. A mystery. I see. So that's it. From the sofa I sprung to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God. But they underestimate me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I took a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favourite soda from the fridge. The lab has no air conditioning, ice cold drinks are essential. Elixir intellectuals. A drink fit for a genius. Cola's better. Okabe really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is a room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poked Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All of the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim and hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering that development room, I picked up the lab coat that lazily dripped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Darō, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Darō. Is the plan progressing smoothly? What plan? Darō gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. Sitting majestically on the top of the table is a commercially grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. The plan, as in the plan, obviously I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. I don't laugh at the fact that they're prison, it's just cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all, so 2 years? Details. The point is, we've known each other as so a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. No. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. So are we closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8? Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Apache Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Domain, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions for that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious futurish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often caused by accident. In other words, serendipity. There we go. So, often created by accident. Maybe that leap through time was a great innovation that's caused by accident. So you've got futuregadget-lab.com. I wonder if that's actually a real website. I'm not going to try and test it out. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Gadget number 2, the bamboo helicam. Gadget number 3, Kavispi Ora. Number 4, Mod Snake. Number 5, once again I've made a worthless object by Gomin. Number 6, the Silum Saber. Number 7, Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Darō made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. So what's number 8 then? Anyway, our current problem is Future Gadget number 8, the phone wave. Name subject to change. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayu's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the 3 of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology, or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Darō thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names, so she's She says they don't fit in her head, and so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that a phone wave named such a change had a second, unintentioned capability. Our brave, or possibly just dartsy Mayu had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1 as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since Rintarō and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Mayuri did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Rintarō, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his skirt. So what we mean by that the banana looks weird, it turned a really, really mouldy green. It just covered it from head to toe, really. I knew what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Mayuri, bring forth the bananas! Are you going to turn them into jelly buns again? That's been bugging me, Mayuri. Can you stop calling them jelly buns? But jelly buns are jelly buns. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch to the phone wave, name subject to change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess can cost us with a battle with the organization. That's fine with me, Mayuri always buys the bananas, and now Mayuri can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I always put the whole bunch in so I can ignore her hungry complaints. Oh dear. The phone wave name such a change is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book, I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Is that it on the desk there, as I can see? Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Put them there. Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave name so to change. It allows to configure the controller settings for config of the system menu. Now, where did I put my phone? Okay, fine. I don't know. Okay, open address book, phone wave. I'm connected. This is a phone wave? This is following a Mayuri guidance, the system diary program to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayuri's voice? Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the hashtag button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press hashtag 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave name subject change to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120. Okay, so that should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts his freezing process. The phone wave made a lane subject change comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? I never noticed that. That might have serious implications if we look at it quantum critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule. No. Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out. Gel bananas are ready. The bananas have become not bananas, gelatinous blobs created with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave named such a change had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered. They look really nasty. But taste doesn't matter. What matters is if you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way. Fine, Mayuri. The honor shall be yours. But jelly buns are all dropey, soft, and squishy. Wait, she already tried one? It had no flavour and wasn't tasty at all. Glopey, dropey, soft and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy banana, sir. Soft and squishy banana. Oh dear, it's caused our friend Rintarō to have a nosebleed. She say, your banana's all soft and squishy for me. Daru-kan, your nose is bleeding. Please just say it. Your banana's all soft and... Don't make her say that. I knew where he was going on with that. I just didn't want to say anything at the first moment. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there's a possibility that intermolecular bonds were weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas? I believe that it's gone backwards in time to a state in which the bananas were still in growing development. I've got it. I've turned to the whiteboard and wrote freezing in the middle. Then I cross it and slap the board with my hand. What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement if I do say myself. So why isn't anyone surprised? Now's the time to shout. What would you say? Come on, don't be shy. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably doesn't even understand half of what I said. We already knew that. The problem is that we don't know what it is doing or why it's doing it. If it's the opposite of freezing them, couldn't it be thawing them? What a silly question, Mayuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave. Then what is it? We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right, to be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we could do about it for now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daburu. There's going to be a seminar at ATF and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Excuse me. Summer credits basically, we have to attend a seminar and write a report. Comes to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked at it before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. It's the satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX in Dibaru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some ghastly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around a baka. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radican? No point, can't get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on at channel. It's huge, man. So that's why he was staring at the phone earlier. Got one from Mayuri. You know? Memories of another. You know, I usually said about dropping my Uber. It's worse than it's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Guro Froggy. Okay. How do I get out of this? I can't do anything. Do I? Okay, I'll just save for now, but I have no idea how to get out of this. No, we go back. Oh wait, maybe that's it. Aha, we backspace. Open our box now. Okay. Memories of herself. Okay. We enter Baru and take the elevator to the 5th floor, ATF assembly hall. Man, feel the air conditioning. I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Dabu has air conditioning, yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave, I might have found our answer actually. You know, that thing is really annoying. I won't give him that easily, even if no other lab members fly in my face use something. I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those of lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call it ridiculous. So basically you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that a phone wave may be the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator doors open slowly as we step out of the elevator. Ah, I bump into someone. I quickly grab a person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. What? It's a girl, and I recognize her. You? You? Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise? Is there something wrong? Kyusha frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You should be dead. Why are you here? And you're even. There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones as she was wearing when I found her. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts. Let me go. Kyushi pushes me away. Then she shoots me a weary glare. I recognize that I'm gasping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay, but that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. That again. Daru interrupts. Wait, there's something strange about what he just said. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago, right? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, can you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, that message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it, which means it came from the future. It came from the future? That sounds like something you read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. Get off my screen, Fly. Get away from my... Oh, for goodness sakes. Anyways. Theories. No. The date was definitely a week later. It came from the 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. Okay. Someone stabbed... Okay. He's right. The email was sent from my phone. He received it on July the 21st at 12:56. But the message was sent a week later. So the sent message is always supposed to be before the recipient receives the mail. But it was sent on... Yeah. It was split into 3 mails. Someone stab. Bed Makise. Uso. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognise the content though. This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago? But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more text. Did Daru really get this a week ago? Interesting. Suddenly Kyusa is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit. Am I haunted? I don't believe in such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. I timidly reach out to Kyushi's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Feels silky, quite with cuticles. Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of me. Yeah. Okabe, I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Kyushi's cheeks. That's going to deserve you a slap. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one. Yeah. Hey. Wait a minute. We've already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubt that she has substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she is alive, then what did I see back at Radican? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations? Just like that mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go through it. Are you trying to get yourself arrested? I just want to know the truth. I stare straight back at Kyushi and she trembles with anger and lifts her brows a little higher. She pushes my hand away. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kyusha. I knew what I saw. No way. Now she's suddenly becoming a bit embarrassed. Did you just see my underwear? Kyusha's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse down. Yeah. No, you're a fool. That's not that. Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Mayuri Shiina and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explained everything that I saw. Wait, Dr. Nakabachi? What are you talking about, Okari? Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled. Cancelled? Yeah, because of a satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy? Excuse me, my name is my name is Hōōin Kyōma. Really, man? You're hopeless. Honorix. Okay, Hōōin-shan. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying, but I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt I could give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall. Makise-san, it's almost time. Huh? Alright, thank you. Kyushi glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads towards the small conference room. We should go too. Go where? To her. To hear the lecture, duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kyusha. Did she come to attend a lecture too? Strange. Why would a genius girl Makise Kyusha need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. She presented the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture? Japanese famous girl genius Makise Kyusha, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about when Daru pointed her out in a gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I've forgotten about it all a bit. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there's also a couple of professors. And Kyushi just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? I don't know what you did, man. But whatever you did, obviously... Hold on. What was it again? How do I... Yeah. Thumbnail purposes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have reached possibility to say people fooled with a timid girl at, but I learned at least how kind and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel? Oh ho. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection. Every member of the audience, not just Kyo, is startled by the interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit here and listen to some girl's genius drivel. It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okari, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine. I guess it'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrain from escorting me out. She sounds a little annoyed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have purposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I have heard about the cosmic stream theory, at least. The 11 theories. 1. Neutron star theory. Number 2. Black hole theory. Number 3. Light speed theory. Number 4. Technion theory. Number 5. Wormhole theory. Number 6. Exotic matter theory. Number 7. Cosmic stream theory. Number 8. Quantum gravity theory. Number 9. Kesem laser theory. Number 10. Elementary particle Renan laser theory. And number 11. Dirac antiparticle theory. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kyushi is worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. A 12th model? Well... It could be contradicted by the 13th model, now couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touchy girl genius. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone went to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Onigawara. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second further into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast as for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hōōin Kyōma? Why are you singling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kyushi wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. Truly, Makise Kyushi's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor like that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The genius girl readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old girl, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old girl would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor, and yet Makise Kyushi's gives off an aura of suggestiveness that says, I can take this guy on. Then what about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see the light of tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kyushi look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What do we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic streams and wormholes. A cosmic stream is a stream-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A stream-shaped crevice? That must be how they entered our universe. But does such cosmic streams really exist? The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of the galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the stream in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular defect. When you pass through an area of angular defect, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic stream moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slow from the cosmic stream in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular defect will cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic streams, you can do a space defect jump. If you look back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 strings in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves. 2 strings, to be exact, by the way. These are hypothesized to exist only when the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. How much energy do you think it needs to accelerate something as long as Milky Way near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it is a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic streams and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hōōin Shan? Care to take on a challenge of cosmic stream time travel? Like, that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who dared it this time. Looks like Hōōin Shan doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic streams. By the way, Hōōin Shan, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me, I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Well, I got it right. I sighed inwardly in relief. It's like you have two different wormholes. It's like it's like the game Portal, where you place one hole and then another hole, and whatever goes through one hole, it gets appeared out of another hole, regardless of how far away they are within space and time, within the universe. There are two wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, the transit time through the tunnel is 0. The wormhole collapses on itself due to its own immense gravity. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So when we need something to negate the effect of gravity, exotic matter. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repels the other matter. Negative matter? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kyuri raises her right fist. Say that's the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's gripping force so that I can't squish anymore. Kyuri opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic mass injection, instantaneously travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send a wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara while. So now, if Mayuri Shiina jumps into a wormhole, he'd arrived in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Mayuri Shiina effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Mayuri Shiina will return to Akihabara several years later in the past, time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic stream travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Excuse me. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at the near speed of light. Thirdly, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So implementation of neither would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now, do you see what I mean by I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just through experiments. Not one of them could create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality has not been solved. You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass. The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine travelled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remembered reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. He didn't say what kind of danger though. If you think the conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What, is this true? She's laughing at my reaction. That little. How mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes, in other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? The butterfly effect. As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really, it doesn't seem that dangerous. Have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? If you travel to the past and kill a butterfly, that could cause a catastrophic event upon the time-space continuum itself. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.000001 chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say that is a logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds and self-consistent principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. You could also call them multiverses, where there are different universes that kind of layer on top or on bottom of one another, but they all act independently and they all are completely separated from one another, so they do not intervene with another universe's time flow. I grind my teeth. When I see Makishi's eyes looking at me with a composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Maki Kurisu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equivalence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was from an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kyushi dead, and yes, she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kyuso. My conversation with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. We're going to pick this up with him the next time, folks, because that took on a bit more time than I wanted it to. But I wanted to get through one particular portion of the game, which is the lecture in which she presented. But I didn't expect it to go on for that long, because in the anime she didn't talk about these time streams, or these wormhole theories, or these travels to the future or the past theories. I think it was more of a simplistic term in paradoxes in a way. So we're going to leave it at that, folks. So take take care of yourselves, guys, and we shall see each other's within the next time. You see, we've been over for over an hour now. We see each other's in the next time of Steins Gate. Have a great day and take care of yourselves.